Hello, all. We entered the city of thousand temples, the ancient city of Tiruveka or Kanchi. We sought the blessings of the Yathodakari Perumal in the city. Today, we are going to meet the founder of the Pallava dynasty, one of the bravest kings we know, one of the ancient clans we are familiar with, Thondaiman Ilanthirayan. இளந்திரையனின் போர் வெற்றி அவ்வாய் வளர்ப்பிறை சூடி செவ்வாய் அந்திவானத்து ஆடுமழை கடுப்ப வெண்கோட்டு இரும்பினம் குருதி ஈர்ப்ப ஈர் ஐம்பத்தினரும் பொருது களத்த அவிய பேரமர் கடந்து கொடுஞ்சி நெடுந்தேர் ஆரா செருவின் ஐவர் போல அடங்கா தானையொடு உடன்று மேல் வந்த ஒன்னா தேவர் உலைவிடத்து ஆர்த்து கச்சியோனே கைவன் தோன்றல் நச்சி சென்றோர்க்கு ஏமம் ஆகிய. The victory of Ilanthirayan. The beautiful crescent of waxing face on vermilion, like dusky sky with floating fluffy clouds, iron mammoths that drag corpses bloody, like the 100 sons who perished in the Great War, the rider of huge chariot who won the greatest battles ever, like the victorious five who won the same, with wild aggressive army that shouldered, served to his commands on adamant heads. He, the ruler of Kanchi, greatest founder, protector of seekers forever. The poet describes how valiant the army of Ilanthirayan was. He recalls the battlefield described by people whom he had met earlier. He says that the battlefield resembled the sky that turns red during the sunset. The huge, brave elephants of his army resembled the dark clouds that float across the red sky. He says that the soldiers recollect how the elephants in the army dragged the enemy soldiers by their feet all across the battlefield and then killed them. Soldiers were all very aggressive and wildly bold, who did as they were told by their equally passionate king. Despite the hostile behavior of the king and his army displayed in the war, they were extremely protective of the people who came seeking patronage and arms. அரசனது முற்றச் சிறப்பு அழியும் தேரலும் எளிய ஆகலின் மலைந்தோர் தே எம் மன்றம் பாழ்பட நயந்தோர் தே எம் நன்பொன் பூப்ப நட்பு குழல் வேண்டி நயந்திசினோரும் துப்பு குழல் வேண்டிய துணையிலோரும் கல்வீழ் அருவி கடற்படர்ந்தாங்கு பல்வேறு வகையின் பணிந்த மன்னர் இமையவர் உரையும் சிமய செவ்வரை வெண்திரை கிழித்த விலங்கு சுடர் நெடுங்கோட்டு பொன் கொளித்து இழித்தரும் போக்கு அருகங்கை பெருநீர் போகும் இரியல் மாக்கள் ஒரு மரபாணியில் தூங்கியாங்கு தொய்யா வெறுக்கையொடு துவன்றுபகுழியிற் செவ்வி பார்க்கும் செழுநகர் முற்றத்து. The king's yard. Compassion and fury are simple ones to him who destroyed to dust the lands of force. Supporters ever showered with riches rich, those seeking hands of friendship too, them who see him as pillar of support, like the cascades that flow in search of ocean waters. Kings of submission, several, even from the red hills of the tallest divine peaks, covered with whitest caps that dazzle bright, the waters that swirl with golden riches of the great Ganges, whose waters people pass, reference like how they board the boats of rescue, bestowed with ever-existing riches in the yards, the tune of good times as always. The poet says that even though Ilanthirayan is extremely brave and aggressive warrior, he's very soft-natured when it comes to lending a helping hand to those who needed his help. He describes the different ways in which the kings of other lands and chieftains from several notable areas were in harmony with Ilanthirayan. While the adamant ones were made to bow with the display of his bravery at the battlefront, many voluntarily extended hands of friendship. Several kings sought the help of the great king to defeat their foes, thus revered the king as their lord protector. The poet compares the act of people seeking support from Ilanthirayan with the great river Ganges. Just like how people seek the help of boats to cross the wide river, people seek the support of king. And the yard of the king palace is equally wide and accommodating, and people often swarm in the yard with eagerness to drench themselves in the love and support of the kind king. திரையன் மந்திரி சுற்றத்தாரோடு அரசு வீற்றிருக்கும் காட்சி. பெருங்கை யானை கொடுந்தொடி படுக்கும் கருங்கை கொல்லன் இரும்பு விசைத்து எரிந்த கூடத்தின் இசை வெறியை மாடத்து இறை உரை புறவின் செங்கார் சேவல் இன்துயில் இறையும் பொன் துஞ்சு வியல் நகர் குணக்கடல் வரைப்பின் முன்னீர் நாப்பண் பகல் செய் மண்டிலம் பாரி தாங்கு முறை வேண்டுனர்க்கு குறை வேண்டுனர்க்கும் வேண்டுப வேண்டுப வேண்டினர்க்கு அருளி இடை தெரிந்து உணரும் இருள் தீர் காட்சி கொடைக்கடன் இருத்த கூம்பா உள்ளத்து உரும்பு இல் சுற்றமுடு இருந்தோர் குறுகி. The picturesque scene of the king on throne. For the pachyderms to wear the strong iron tusk covers, beaten by the ironsmith with a resounding sound that reverberates across the wide yards, to wake the doves and roosters at dawn from their sweet slumbers at the royal palace. Like at the horizon where the ocean waters meet, day takes birth with a race that spread for those who plead and those who need, catering as per every want and need, sensing them all and serving so aptly, him with his generous heart huddled, but kind-hearted courtiers approach thus. The poet describes the wonderful scene he witnessed in the palace court. He compares the scene to the sun rising from the horizon. That is the line that denotes where the sky and ocean meet, so they seem to meet. Like the sun that rises from the oceans and spreads its rays to bring the light to the whole world, King Ilanthirayan sat majestically on his throne, and he was surrounded by his wise ministers who constantly interacted with the king. The court was crowded with people. The king, without flinching at the sight of the large crowd, understood every person's need and helped them accordingly. Here the poet describes yet another scene. Early in the morning, even before the roosters could crow, the ironsmiths of the country are up and awake. He says that the ironsmiths would start their work very early, and the sound of their hammers against the iron sheets would echo around the city and across the yard. On hearing the sound, the doves and the roosters would wake up. What a magnificent scene! Let us wait with the crowd to meet the great king. Catch you in the next part. Thank you.